Hi everyone, my name is Lizbeth Fernandez, and today I'll be going through how to display XML data using PL/SQL. I'll walk you through the program step by step so it's easy to understand even if you've never seen XML or PL/SQL before. So our objective today is to read each XML employee row and extract the employee ID, first name, last name, hire date, department code, and salary. However, we want to print these without the XML tags, and we ideally want to use an implicit cursor through PLSQL to do so without creating any tables or views. For reference, this is the XML structure right here. Each employee record has the first name, last name, hire date, department code, and salary under the employee ID. And our job is to extract these values and print them clearly since since each employee ID is under a separate XML block. And this is the full script, which I will go through right now. So in the first part of the code, what we do here is that on the begin block, we print our header. And this header line shows all the columns we want to display. As mentioned before, the ID, first name, last name, hire date, department, and salary. The second line adds a separator just to make this look more of like a table. And this basically prepares us to make our table without um, actually saying create table or create view. And then we continue on with the implicit cursor. The difference between an implicit cursor and an explicit cursor is that in an implicit cursor, Oracle manually opens the cursor, and in an explicit cursor, you have to basically identify cursor Lizbeth, for example. And then you have to open the cursor, fetch it, and close it. So we're not going to do that here, which makes this an implicit cursor. And Oracle will basically look at the table employee XML, as you can see right here, pull one row at a time, and put the XML into a variable called rec, which we've defined here. And this will repeat until all rows finish. And we've extracted all the data from this table. And then extracting XML tags and converting them to text. And for that, we will need to use extract, which we are extracting values using the XPath with extract. So XML, as you can see from the XML structure, it's a tree of tags. XPath tells Oracle exactly where to look. And at ID means the ID attribute on the employee tag. Text will show the value inside of the tag. However, .getStringVal gets the XML value to readable text. And through here, we're basically concatenating all of this into a table. So we want the ID, and then we get the first name, and then we get the last name. Following that is the hire date, department code, and salary. So this is basically um, putting this into a table format in a way. And then this will be the final output. So since we concatenated all the different items that we wanted by using the double parallel as shown in the previous slide, it shows all of the different values here that we wanted to achieve by extracting from the XML tags. And I will show my link to my presentation here Thank you for listening.